everyone. Welcome back to another episode of my podcast, How Founders Think. Today, we're going to be taking a look at marketing and work culture as a whole. I really hope this is an insightful watch for all of you, and I hope you enjoy. So, today I have with me Mr. Atul Hegde. He's the founder of YAAP, which is one of the biggest digital marketing agencies in India. And he's also an avid sneaker, watch, and clothing collector. So thank you so much for coming on to my podcast, sir. It's a privilege. It's an honor having you here. Thank you so much.
I'm very excited. You're the youngest podcaster I've ever been on any podcast. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm so bored doing serious business podcasts. So I'm really looking forward to the one with you.
Me too, sir. Thank you so much. So, sir, what inspired your journey into entrepreneurship? And I know you're a venture capitalist as well. So what inspired your journey into that?
I think it was just a phase where I was just bored as a professional, having worked for almost 2 decades as a professional. The next step was actually to become an entrepreneur. So it was not like a well thought of thing saying that, okay, I'm going to do this and then this and then this. It's just that you run your course being a professional. So the next natural phase for you is to build something of your own.
Right.
So in my case, that's really happened after almost 2 decades in advertising and marketing.
Right.
The next phase was to just build my own.
So, sir, what were you doing before entrepreneurship?
So I was working, I'm from hardcore advertising and marketing. I used to work for an agency called URSCG, which is called Havas now.
Okay.
Spent almost a decade there. And then went on to work in a design company called Vyas Generic Creative for about 4 years. And then moved on to digital,
Right.
in a company called Ignite, which was one of India's best digital marketing companies.
Right.
So pretty much saw advertising from end to end, from offline, media, design, digital, all of that. And then, of course, the next progression was to start on my own.
Right. So, sir, you started a YAAP as you were an investor initially through Rainmakers. So, how did you feel like you really wanted to build in this space? Why did you choose YAAP specifically to, go all in on?
So I think because that's what I knew to do. Right. I've been doing that for almost 2 decades. So it's always best to start with something that you have domain knowledge on.
Right.
Right. I mean, anybody starting out there, if you have prior experience and if you spend time in that category for some time, I think it's just natural that you start working on that.
Of course.
So for me, it was a no-brainer that, having spent so much time in this category, let's invest in something that's this. But when we started off, we had no idea that it would take off the way it did.
Yeah.
And then once it really became a serious business, that's when, I started giving it much more time, attention, all of that. But again, most of it is organic, right? So you're moving from being a professional to an entrepreneur. So how do you decide what to do? You really go back to your roots and saying, this is all that I know to do.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can actually do my entrepreneurship also in something like that.
Yeah. So, sir, what gap did you see in digital marketing which you think YAAP is solving now?
I think most digital marketing companies were either started by people who were doing digital media or they were techies.
Right.
Right. So you had agencies which were quite large, which was buying digital media, or they were tech agencies which was building apps, websites, all of that. I think, if you go back how advertising started, right, it was really an integrated model. So you had creative in-house, you had media in-house, you had tech not so much at that point, but you had production in-house. Right. So we really wanted to build an integrated digital company where, for a client, 3 key components, which is creation of any kind of format that they would want, then distribution of that, and then really, discovery of that content. So for us, it was very important that at the core of everything we do is design and creative. That was really the differentiation, and that's really worked for us in the last 8 years that we have seen YAAP grow. The fact that, we did not take a very tech approach or we did not take a very digital media approach, and really took design first, brand first approach. Yeah. It's really now helped us scale across all 3 verticals that we have.
Yeah. So, sir, can you tell us more about these 3 verticals that you spoke about?
Yeah. So we internally call it the 3 Ds. So there's design, there's discovery, there's distribution. Design is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Any form of design. So it could be designing a YouTube show, it could be designing a website, it could be designing any kind of content that a brand would want. Once you've created that content, you need somebody to discover it, right? How do you get, as a consumer, right? How do I go and talk to college students like you? So we said discovery for us is basically influencer marketing. We saw this huge rise of content creators right across, right? And today almost everyone is a content creator. Look at yourself, right? Young student, getting into this. You're a content creator. You're part of the content ecosystem. So for us, the second D, discovery, is really that. It's about influencer marketing, working with content creators. And the third D is distribution, which is nothing but paid media. So once you've created content, once you've engaged with content creators to spread that out, then if you still want to amplify it, we'll have to buy media, right? So buy media on Facebook, Google, blah, blah, anything on digital. Broadly, in these three services, you cater to 80% of the market. Right, what a client would need. Now, anything that they would need beyond this, we can always partner with other players to get done. But we are sharply focused on these three Ds.
So you spoke about influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is very popular. Founder-led marketing is very popular. How do you think that's playing a role in the marketing industry right now?
I think it's evolving. It's growing very fast, right? In India, if you look at it, depending on who's giving you the figure, it's about 3,000 to 5,000 crore market right now. But it's evolving very fast in the sense that currently, if I look at even till about 6 months back, 80% of all influencer marketing budgets goes to the same 20% set of influencers. Now the long tail is evolving. Now people want to go beyond, the tried and tested large numbers, right? This is where tech will play in. So if a brand think of it, if a brand wanted to engage with influencers, let's say only 50, 70 influencers, they can do it on an Excel sheet. But now that same brand wants to engage with 5,000 influencers, you will need a tech piece for that. To identify, to do analytics, to do post-campaign reporting. So I see that evolution happening in a big manner where influencer marketing as a category will grow, but so will the entire content creation ecosystem. I mean, there will be a time where brands will be working with tens and thousands of content creators, not just a choice 15, 20. So I think it's something new that's come up in the last 3-4 years. It's quickly hit saturation in a certain kind of it, right? Because now, as a consumer, I don't believe everything that an influencer tells me to do.
But people aren't authentic in what they...
Absolutely. So, so that is going to get filtered out.
So
you're going to get more and more, smaller creators, more authentic creators. Now imagine you are running a podcast and a brand wants to reach out to your community of college students. It's a great vehicle for a brand to be part of it instead of somebody who's doing everything else under the sky, right? So we'll see a lot of these coming into play.
So from when you initially started off in this industry versus now, what are the few major changes you've seen? What do you think is different now and what do you think is going to change even more?
So, the beauty of the advertising and marketing industry is that more it changes, the more it's the same. Right? So the fundamentals don't change. I'm sure if you're learning marketing in school and college, building a brand ethos, what a brand stands for, none of this changes. The tools of communicating are changing, right? So we didn't have social media 20 years back, right? So all our communication was a TV-led, outdoor-led, print-led. Then social media completely came on its own. Then content creation came on its own. So the tools keep changing. To today you have analytics. Now AI is coming, right? And AI is going to disrupt this industry completely. But the fundamentals remain the same. You will still have to build strong brand values. You'll have to still connect with your consumer. Those fundamentals remain the same. So which is why I find it very interesting. And we have seen so many evolution in the last 25 years that I've been part of this industry. Is the more it changes, the more it's the same. Right? So yes, so tools and means will change. Next 10 years, it's all going to be about AI. Right? It will disrupt, it will add to it, it will take the industry forward. But the fundamentals will still remain the same.
Do you think AI is good or bad for the digital marketing industry?
It's extremely good. Okay, it's also how you use it. Right? I don't see AI as a deterrent for our category. I think it's going to help create a lot more. Or it's going to help us do things which otherwise we wouldn't have done. Brands will now be democratized. You don't have to be a big brand, big budgets to do certain kind of content, right? Exactly how social media democratized everything, right? How content creators came and said that, hey, this is democracy. It doesn't matter. You may have 20 million followers. I have only 10,000, but I still have my influence. The same will happen with AI. A lot more brands will come, try it. So I see it as an extreme positive for the industry. Of course, whether it will take 3 years, 5 years to evolve, it's anybody's guess. But overall, it will just take the industry forward.
So, sir, YAAP is a big global brand. How did you, make YAAP go global and make it into the big digital marketing agency it is today?
So I would say we are still not a big global brand, but yes, we are a multinational. We are across multiple countries. I think, again, building a company, the basics are pretty much the same. Be honest to what your offerings are, be extremely customer focused, be agile. I think today one of the reasons the app is successful against the big boys in our category is we are extremely agile, right? We still have a very startup mentality.
Yeah.
Right? So if somebody wants a response in 48 hours, in 3 days, 4 days, large brands will not be able to do that. We are able to do that. So I think the reason why we have expanded so far, there's a clear vision saying that these are the 3 services, the 3 Ds that I spoke to about, we want to be part of. And then there are key markets where we want to be present, right? And we've really gone about building that. If I have to look back now for the last 8 years of journey and say that what has really worked, I think people is the most important. We've been lucky with getting the right kind of people.
Yeah.
That's helped. Staying the course, right? We had lots of temptations. So as an entrepreneur, what happens is you get so many opportunities, right? So you're always tempted to do more and more and more.
Yeah.
And we have resisted that.
Yeah.
We said that, let's just stick to what we do. It's like opening Netflix and then you see so many thumbnails and I don't know if you also do this. I spend almost an hour trying to see what I want to watch, and by that time I'm too tired to watch anything, right? So it's the same with entrepreneurship, right? There are so many opportunities, right? But if you are disciplined and say that, no, I'm just going to focus on what I do well, and I think we've done that with YAAP, and that's helped us scale up. And then we're very clear what geos we want to be. In the beginning, we went to Southeast Asia because we wanted to build a programmatic media space. Then we moved on to the Middle East because it was a growing story. Now we're going to launch in Saudi Arabia by the end of this year because that's the big story. It'll take another 5-10 years for us to build that market. So just playing the basics has really helped us build YAAP.
What do you think helped in scalability the most?
I think the same thing, staying the course. Delivering to your clients, being extremely customer focused, which is important, and ensuring all your key people stayed with you right through. We have still the same bunch of people that started YAAP who still continue working in YAAP. Right? That is very core. So I think these 3 extremely important for any business to scale up in any sector.
So you're also VC, as I mentioned earlier. So what do you look for while investing in a company? You look at, the ethics of the founder, or do you look at, profitability as, a major thing? What are major?
I think the stage where we come in, we really invest in 2 things. A is the founder. Right? It could be founders, really their vision. We evaluate them more than the business. So we feel that, okay, this is the person we want to back. Because ultimately, when you're starting off, right, your company might actually be completely something else after 3-4 years. But if the founder is good, they'll stay the course, they'll make those course corrections, they'll do the pivots, all of that. So extremely important to get the founder. Second is, especially since we invest mostly in the B2B space, how clear they are about their business plans, right? We are not very fond of burn businesses. The founder comes and tells it, first 5 years, let's blow up money and then let's see what happens. If you have a sound business plan, if you are very clear of what's the category that you're doing. Also, we only invest in categories we understand. So that limits us in what we do. But it's primarily about the founders.
So for those of you who don't know, Mr. Hegde is a big sneakerhead. He loves watches, clothes. He has an Instagram account with around 15,000 followers and hundreds of thousands of likes. So tell us more about your passions and your interests, please.
Okay, now this is fun. We can go on for hours in this. So I've been a very avid sneaker collector. Then became a sneakerhead. I've been doing this for more than a decade now. Much before, post-COVID, I think the whole sneaker wave in India came and it hit. But I've been doing this much earlier. What started off as a simple joy of wearing shoes and collecting shoes, which everybody does that. I'm sure you do, and you have friends who are into it now. And started with 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, and now it's of course exploded. So it's something that I love doing because it has taken me, it's made me meet amazing people. The community is very well knit. It gives us the opportunity to actually meet people from various fields, who all have different points of view, but all of us come together because our passion is sneakers. So what started off just as something you like doing, now I spent substantial time investing in it
Yeah.
in terms of looking for the right pairs, talking with other collectors, building communities. We built some great bonds, some great friendships, completely because of our passion for sneakers.
Yeah. So what would you say is your favorite pair of sneakers that you own?
So my favorite keeps changing. Right, every 2-3 months I'll have a new pair that I'm, wearing, which I love. But if I have to look at classics, maybe there are 2 or 3 that jumps out. One, of course, is the Red Octobers,
Yeah.
which was the first Easy with Nike that Kanye made. I think genius design, very, very hard to get. I'm lucky that I have a mint pair, which is like as good as when it was launched in a big size, in my size. So that's extremely important.
How tough was it to get your hands on
It
this?
took me almost 2 years to get it because one of the things with such rare pairs is also to find something which is authentic.
Yeah.
So there are so many fakes in the market and the fakes are so good
Yeah.
that you'll not be able to differentiate. So it took me a lot of time to get that going. So so that's a prized thing. Other than that, I also have the Louis Vuitton Air Force One collection, which was created by Virgil. Virgil is no more.
Yeah.
But again, a fantastic collection, and even within that, I have the golden one, which is the most coveted.
I
of
saw
that
your read
lot.
on that.
Yeah. So these are some of my all-time classic pairs.
Yeah. And you're also big on watches. So can you tell us about what you're wearing right now?
Sure. So this is actually the Tudor Tiffany. I'm sure you would know. It's, Tudor released last year. They came up with something called the Miami Pink.
Yeah.
So Messi was part of Miami. Beckham is the brand ambassador for Tudor, and that's how this whole thing happened. Tudor also sponsors a cycling team, which also has pink jersey. So that is first what they released. Extremely rare. I was lucky to get that. Then this came. I think they called it the Flamingo Blue, if I'm not sure. But of course, it's the Tiffany. Any watch, any watch which has a Tiffany dial goes berserk. This is extremely limited.
Yeah.
So the pink was limited. This is ultra limited. I'm very fortunate that I happened to get this within 2 months of release. So so this is a very rare piece, but it's also a fun piece, right? I can wear it anytime. I can wear it for a podcast with a young, person like you. I can wear it for a business meeting. So it's a very versatile watch. I enjoy wearing it.
And apart from the watches you own, what is your dream watch? One watch you want to have one day?
So there are a couple. There's not just one, right? That's how you become more and more greedy.
Yeah.
It's not just about one, but I love the Patek. Both the Nautilus and Equinox is something that I really like. I like Richard Mille. I like what they do. But yes, these are some of the watches. I also a watch that I'm very, very excited about, and hopefully I will have it very soon, much more than these watches, is the Rolex Daytona Platinum, right? Which is again a classic, which is there. I just love the blue dial that they have. So watches are something that, unlike sneakers where you can, buy a lot of them every month.
Yeah.
Watches is more refined. Sometimes you might just get 2 or 3 good pieces in a year.
Yeah.
So it takes time to build that, but yeah, it's a great passion to have.
What would you say is your favorite RM? Is it the Pharrell or any of the Rafa Nadals?
See, the Rafa Nadal is what made RM what it is, right? It just exploded. But I'm not so concerned about, I'm not so fussy about the collabs there.
Yeah.
For me, it needs to look good.
Yeah.
I think whenever I think of an RM, if at all, I think it will be a white, but it will be something newer. I might not go and say that this is, so I'm not so fussy about the collabs that they have.
Yeah.
But it's a great timepiece to have.
Do you like Jacob & Co. and the watches they make?
I don't at all.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a huge fan base for Jacob, and good for him. I think it's a jewelry brand, that also makes watches. Also, it's not my style, it's too loud and some of it. So it's not something that I enjoy. I prefer more of the classics.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, whether it's an AP, whether it's a Rolex, whether it's a Patek, I would rather be in that zone. But I also enjoy some of the other watches. So for example, I recently picked up, and you'll see a reel on my page very soon, is this limited edition Tag Your Monaco. You know, they launched it in the F1.
Yeah. I saw.
It's just 971 pieces.
There were a lot of athletes wearing them.
So 3 watches they launched. So this one is just 971 pieces in the world. And I just happened to be in Dubai 2 weeks back, and I walked into the store and it was there.
Yeah.
And they offered it to me. So I was very happy to get it. It's a white dial, white strap. The strap is actually made from Steve McQueen's uniform that he wore in the movie. So it's a cloth strap that they have. It's a beautiful piece. I'll show you the unboxing of that.
Sure.
So so it's not just about high-end watches. Sometimes it just hits you, right? And I love it. Like, I also wear a Citizen Tiffany.
Yeah.
Right. It's a great pair. It's got some great colors.
I think the Tissot PRX Tiffany is also a really pretty watch.
So actually Tissot in Tiffany in any watch looks good.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not just about an expensive watch.
Yeah.
It's about what you enjoy wearing.
Exactly. Thank you so much, sir. I had a great time talking to you. I think this is the best podcast. This is a lot of fun, and you taught us everything, how to earn money, how to spend it. So thank you so much for coming on my podcast. I had a great time today.
Same here. As I said in the beginning, right? You're the youngest podcaster I've been on. I think it's a completely different take. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
And I like the way you've summed it, right? It's about earning and spending. And it's very important to have aspirations, because aspirations drive you to be more successful in what you do, right?
Yeah.
So it's extremely important that you have hobbies, you have passions beyond your work.
Yeah.
And that's what really pushes you to do more at work.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.